doing
Oh,
some
Pete.
hobbying. Yeah.
Your Discord is not on this for some reason. There we go. Try now, mate.
Oh, hi. We're live from the Wolf Den down here, and Jason's live from his draft world, Yanari Shrine.
Well, it's
I
got
think
Tau in it.
it is. So it's got Tau. Yeah, he's from his sept. And yeah, we're just going to be doing some hobbying tonight. I'm working on some aeronautica. Jason's going to be working on, I think he said, a Falcon and a Death Jester. And we're going to talk about the new Space Marine Codex. And hopefully, if we get time, we're going to talk about the new Necron Codex as well. All courtesy of our good friends over at Goonhammer. They are providing some excellent feedback. I've had a read through it. I'm sure many of you have had a read through it. Jason's going to have a read through it. He's going to react kind of live on stream, and I'm going to point and laugh at all the fun things he has yet to face when I eventually get back around to painting more maroons and putting them on the table.
Yeah.
So, Jason, what is your first sort of nightmare impressions that you've heard so far?
Well, the things I have heard so far has pleased me, with
Yeah.
certain things losing all rerolls, which was nice. The biggest thing for me was I've faced many a chapter master where, oh look, I'm charging you. Okay, everything gets rerolls against you. You reroll everything, and it was horrible.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to know that now it's only on core units and it's a selected unit. So if you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna pay the points for that upgrade, you're gonna have to have something that's gonna hit hard and well worth it. Which, to be fair, Marines currently have. Again, very jealous with the
Death
Eradicators
Company.
because, well, no, just the Eradicators because it's kind of like an Eldar thing. The guns, and they seem to have improved them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they are.
And that
Well,
heavy
so
multi-melter.
eighth edition. Yeah, eighth edition seemed to be let's steal everything we can from Tau, and now we're going into ninth, and it's let's steal everything we can from Eldar.
Yeah, it's just the double shooting that heavy multi-melter just scares me. I know it's only
Mm-hmm.
one gun, but is it one for every 3 or every 6 you can upgrade it?
One in every five, I thought.
Is it 5?
Well, that is in the Gunhara article. So as you move down that list, we'll get there. We'll get there.
So what you got on your paint table tonight? Let's start with that. We'll get onto the Marines a bit later.
Right now, I'm working on some Astra Militaire. Sorry, Imperial Guard. I'm trying to get these missile pods glued onto teeny tiny Valkyries.
Nice.
So,
So if unfortunately, yes, we have been away for a bit. I had a bit of a personal time to not be able to stream. I know Pete's had a move, as you could probably tell. I think the last stream wasn't in this building. I don't think
yep.
40 days ago.
Sure. Yeah,
It might
that
have been
would
tight.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the stream just before we went down to visit my mum and dad, and we found out we got the house the next day. So, yeah, it
Yeah.
was a
So we've been quite
bit of a
busy
turnaround.
recently. Now Pete has his own little den that he's now slowly building out. As you can tell, you can see the cabinets on the left there, which is also looking awesome. Myself, I'm now in a studio loft conversion ish kind of thing. Basically, I've made a nice little room with a desk in it, and some shelves.
Well, once we finish unpacking, do you know anyone who wants a load of Marvel comics or some vinyl? I've got vinyl. Why have I got vinyl still? They didn't have
Um,
a player for them anymore.
but yeah, so we plan to get the streaming back on track like we were during the main lockdown of every Sunday. We also we had a plan to start recording games for our channel again, but good old Boris has brought us both back into no mixing lockdowns, of Pete being in Bolton and me being in Wigan. I put a stop to that. As you probably have seen, we've had to cancel some events again because we were going to downscale them, weren't we, Pete, to a manageable
Yeah.
thing, get them going, probably in different location because unfortunately the Forge is still not ready yet. But they're keeping us updated on that. I don't see them opening until this crisis has died down a bit because there's no need, is there really? Um, but yeah, so we looked at downsizing, planning some events out for you guys, and but with the further restrictions, we've just decided that it will involve a lot of work, and with the rule of six, we can't guarantee that you won't mix with more than 6 people, even at
It's kind of
eight.
irresponsible, almost that. Yeah,
Even if we ran like a 6-man tournament, that's
you're
fine.
probably gonna
There's
have.
still be me and Pete there, and probably our wives who come and drop stuff off. So it's just we'd be running like a 3-man tournament just to be completely within the rule of six, and it just seems really pointless. But yeah.
Robin winner stays on.
So yeah, once that rule of six dies down and is taken away, we will run a small tournament, maybe an 8-man to start with. One, because we miss it. We miss running them, even all the stress it does bring. It's quite fun to run them.
Seeing you guys and playing, and looking at all your models and giving you grief across the table.
So yeah, so I know it's probably even we're not helping people, but you're looking for these tournaments to come to, and we're just cancelling every single one. But you know, we want to push the rules to the point where we can run them, but we also want to obey the rules at the same time and make sure everyone's safe.
And if anyone turns up with unpainted models, wagging my finger here, wagging it.
Yeah, I know Pete's always been a stickler for trying to get painted models on the table, but yeah, there is hopefully an excuse and not that happening now.
Oh no, there's so many new marine kits coming out that you're just going to want to get them on the table.
That is true.
It's a hell of our own making.
That is true. So, but Pete, talking about models and new
Yes.
marines, they're not new marines, but the new marines for you that you are allowed to use now.
I
You've
know.
been waiting to use them
For so long. It's the only real thing out of the main codex that I've always wanted. Centurions and assault centurions at that. So I'm going to put my blood claws in some assault centurion suits and start running them up the table. Maybe with some Wolfen, probably with Ragnar. Gonna be fun though. Just come and get me, come and get me.
Yeah, I don't really fancy even with my Wraith Guard blades. Don't fancy charging them.
Or what about Ragnar? You can charge Ragnar.
Attack first.
I Ragnar swings first.
Not against Yunari.
No, he has a rule. Always swings first.
So do Yunari if I've got the strength
Yeah.
from. And we know how
So,
that ended last time.
Yes. Well, it depends who's doing the charging then, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
I've faced Ragnar on TTS once, and it was painful.
Well, you saw what he did to poor Wolfshe.
Yes.
That was not fun.
Well, that was mainly the guard, wasn't it? The blade guard that did a lot of that damage that night.
No, when he blew up the impulsor, wounded Ragnar, then Ragnar was able to proc off his
Oh yeah, and then died.
only death to duty end. So he was dying, but he took out how many kilocans?
Quite a few.
Yeah. Which just basically gave me that entire flank. Well, so yeah, I've got 2 Vendettas here. I've got 4 Valkyries. I've got 4 Avenger Strikes, and I've got 9. Which ones are these? These are the Lightnings. So, busy boy. Got to get painting. But
I've got 0 new Elder kits to do.
do you know what? I've actually got an Eldar kit to paint.
Really?
It's on the way. Yeah. Well, it's actually Harlequin's kit. I've got a Harlequin's kit on the way to paint. Solitaire.
Well, what are you running the Solitaire for?
Oh, that would be Blackstone Fortress. You can do a solo campaign with see how far through it a Solitaire can get.
I've actually got a Solitaire, but it's a converted Solitaire. Shall I show it?
Go on.
Right, let me just...
I can't see your screen. I need to get onto.
You cannot, but because I can share this one. I know we're talking between each other here, but
Where is it? Where's Twitch?
I'm gonna share my cam to you on
Ooh.
Discord, so you should see my
Hmm.
in a minute. If it does what I hope it does. Right, well, I'll do that. I'll go and get the model.
You.
Yeah,
Here we go.
my models are at the end, so I'll put it on Twitch in a minute.
It's not.
But
I've just seen. I've got the Silent King datasheet in front of me here.
oh, he looks so good. But it's the
Dreams are
dragon
not the
really that's the
way.
thing. But alright, so have you told Becca? So my focus is not working today. This is great. Oh, you did. The camera's taking a while to focus with this light. Yep. So let's zoom in a bit. Yep. Yep. Nice. But I don't think he's a character. But how many times are you actually going to want to get him into combat? Probably not. Yeah, so he's just a giant. He's just acting like a giant knight, isn't he? Yeah. See, add that with all the new protocol stuff. He's going to be a pain in the ass. And if you've got oh yes, you just keep a bunch of guard around him, and if anyone tries to tag him, you're just gonna get hurt. You might kill him, but you're gonna get hurt back. Yeah, so that even negates the fight first thing, doesn't it? Nope. No, because fight first always has that caveat, isn't it? That if they have it, then it's the person's turn that goes first. Yeah, that's maybe that's. He sounds like a great objector holder, especially with the new secondaries. Screen him out. Yeah, but but as let's say you were facing him, Pete, would you focus him down? Because I know I wouldn't. I'd let him sit there and probably kill stuff a turn, because you just would have to waste so much firepower or melee power, from my point of view, being mainly melee, to actually kill him. But getting there's going to be a lot of effort, and is that worth the effort while you're not scoring the secondaries? Depends on the secondaries he picks, though. Well, that is true. Do we know what points value he is? Yeah. So do we know what? Because will we ever face in a normal game of what the level we play a Void Dragon and that together? Because that scares the living daylights out of me. So I'm currently painting my nice falcon. I'm so people watching. Let's hear what you guys have been doing. What you guys' views of the new marine stuff. Obviously, Pete's a marine player. If people know us well, I'm a Yunari player. It'd be nice to hear some of people's views about it. We've got some Orcs and Necron players in our little group of Lords of Waaagh, so it'd be nice to hear some other people's views. But the big question I have, Pete, with the painting stuff is, what do you use to put your paints in? Because this is a big thing for me. Because it always questioned me. I have this lovely thing. You know, when you get your paints out to mix them. You paint from pot. Give me a heart attack. I have this lovely thing, Pete. It's very multicoloured now. I also have a wet palette. But yeah, I have a wet palette, but the wet palette's shite for metallics. So, and as I'm currently painting all the engines on this Wave Serpent, not Wave Serpent, this is the Falcon. I forgot I finished the thing. I'll chuck it back on you. So let's see if it
shake your pot, shake it really well, and then you can just paint straight from pot.
so
Don't need to thin it.
You need one of them shakers.
Agitators.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I've looked at them, but the good ones are like 90 quid. So.
But people who are watching, thank you for watching. If you feel like having a chat,
Say hello.
Yeah, say hello. Obviously, we know some people are now being locked down again, and the whole threat of the national lockdown being a thing again, which could be fun. The other thing we've got in plan, being that we can't meet up to play games, we are starting to plan a little mini, like a round robin thing between us, who do a lot of work for the Lords of War stuff. So it'd be me, Pete, and obviously people who have watched our streams and stuff. You would have heard of the Weird Boy, which is the other Pete. He'll be involved. Sam, who has been in a couple of our videos, and we're hoping to get a few other people. And we're going to do like a little. It'll be on TTS, unfortunately, because we just can't meet up. There's just no way around that. We did have this plan to be meeting up and live streaming these games, but with either Pete's venue or mine, we've both got the space for it now. But unfortunately,
Oh, my table's coming later this month.
Oh, is it really? Ooh.
Mm.
I built my table. I just need legs. It folds out. I just have nothing to stand it up on.
It's coming with one of the new size bar mats as well.
Nice. So yeah.
GameApp.eu.
So we're going to run a little round robin tournament, but that's basically a knockout thing. And it'll be on TTS, and we'll live stream them and record them for people to watch and whatever they want to do if they can't make the live stream. And we'll start trying to pump out a bit more content while we can. We're a bit more settled now. And we definitely will make sure our Sundays streams are here and probably start them a little bit earlier as well. We had a few...
Childcare allowance.
Yeah. We had a few children issues. But
they're just it's 2-year-old and 6-year-old, so they are what they are. Yes. Yeah. So got a bit sidetracked talking about the Silent King. Jason, just so you know, that's not his only weapons. So just to quickly finish it off, so the Menhirs have got the Annihilate Spoons, so heavy one, strength. That's not his only weapons. 6 damage. So just to quickly finish it off, so the Menhirs have got the Annihilate Spoons,
which in the shoot
heavy
phase
one,
is
strength. That's not his only weapons. 6 damage. So just to quickly finish it off, so the Menhirs have got the Annihilate Spoons, which in the shoot phase is strength. That's not his only weapons. 6 damage. 1 damage. Just to quickly finish it off, so the Menhirs have got the Annihilate Spoons, in the shoot phase is strength. That's not his only weapons. 6 damage. 1 damage. Just to quickly finish it off, and then the rest of the Menhirs in the show phase or my side 6 damage, 1 damage, just quickly finish it off, and then the rest of the Menhirs in the show phase or my side 6 damage, 1 damage, just quickly finish it off, and then the rest of the Menhirs in the show phase or my side 6 damage, 1 damage, just quickly finish it off, and then the rest of the Menhirs in the show phase or my side 6 damage, 1 damage, just quickly finish it off, and then the rest of the Menhirs in the show phase or my side 6 damage, just quickly finish it off, and then the rest of the Menhirs in the show phase or my side 6 damage, just quickly finish it off, and then the rest of the I feel the same about some stratagems. You know, why am I paying 2 command points to then have to roll the dice? I feel the same about some stratagems. You know, why am I paying 2 command points to then have to roll the dice? I feel the same about some stratagems. You know, why am I paying 2 command points to then have to roll the dice? I feel the same about some stratagems. You know, why am I paying 2 command points to then have to roll the dice? Yeah. Yeah. Is that what people do when they board? I just buy different models from another game system and start beating them for some reason.
Oh yeah, so
Is that what people do when they board? I just buy different models from another game system and start beating them for some reason. Is that what people do? Yeah, I've got 2 mana pools now and a whole load of buildings. Another game system, so start beating them for some reason. So again, so a game system that yeah, I've got 2 mana pools interested in, a whole load of buildings. And either the change of pace and finally again, so a game system, some tiny titans. Yeah, we've got interested in a whole load of buildings. Either the change of pace and finally again, so it's like no good tiny titans. Well done. We've got but yeah, I've got a couple of forces that I throw down on the tabletop once to get back to normal. But yeah, I've got a couple of forces that I throw down on the tabletop once to get back to normal. But yeah, happy. I know Dom has been converting up some possessed demons. Yeah, of demon titans. I know Dom has been. He's got one which has got the power of their huge demons bursting forth by its reactor. Demon titans. first and foremost reactor. Demon Titans, Harry Helgers. It's got one which has got the power of their speech. First and foremost reactor. Demon Titans, Harry Helgers. It's got one which has got the power of their speech. First and foremost
With this
reactor.
extra lockdown, we can't even do that, which is a real shame because we really want to start live streaming a bit earlier on a Sunday with some actual game content, not just me and Pete painting.
I want to put models on a table. I really do. I've made that sound more desperate. Pathetic. I want to put models on a table. I really do. I've made that sound more desperate. Pathetic.
Schedule free.
I want to put models on a table. I really do.
Can't come around here anymore because
I've made that sound more desperate. Pathetic. Yeah, and you didn't want to come Bolton. Especially at the moment, my daughter, she's in self-isolation from school because
Yeah, and you didn't want to come
somebody in the
Bolton.
class had especially at the moment, been at home for the last 2 weeks. Self-isolation from school
Goes back on
yeah, and you
Tuesday.
didn't want to come in the class. So
And we've kind of been triply cautious. You week two goes back on Tuesday.
So
And we've kind of been triply cautious. You week two goes back on Tuesday.
it's a weird time.
And we've kind of
It's crazy.
triply cautious. You week two
Been doing loads of work for over a year now, and it's a 6 months.
you didn't get to celebrate the year.
We didn't. It's crazy.
triply cautious. You week
We
two.
haven't had one since March. It feels so weird. Like before, it was like
You didn't get to celebrate the year.
We didn't. It's,
I could make the March one, did I? It was last one was February.
that was the speed DAC. That was a trial event.
Didn't get to celebrate the year.
Games in a day, and
I could make the March one, did I? It was last one was
go well.
February.
I know there was feedback from the trial event.
Didn't get to celebrate the year.
In this scenario where we want to reduce the amount of contact, we might even run the speed DACers a bit more than normal events because in this scenario, even if we get back to a small amount number, having a one-day event over 2 days just seems a bit more sensible. Just for the less in the contact between people. We've got a plan in place when we do run them, what we will offer, what we expect people to adhere to. We've got a plan in place to get the opportunity.
I will admit I've been a bit of a COVID. I'm not going to use the N word. Fuddy-duddy, I guess. I've been very sort of strict with myself. Bit of a COVID. Everyone around me really N word. So I will be strict on fuddy-duddy, I guess. If you want, sort of strict. I will bring a myself a little bit square. I'll put the Sonic King down on the table. I will be strict on fuddy-duddy with that, I guess. If you want, I will bring a myself a little bit square. I'll put the Sonic King down on the table. I will be strict on fuddy-duddy with that, I guess. If you want. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. One of the things I've been doing during the lockdown is just going through into a load of characters. Yeah, no, I've enjoyed doing one of the things I've been doing during the lockdown is just going one of these spaces, characters. Has been sort of like one of these spaces, characters. Oh, and well, you haven't cut spaces, characters. Just behind the scenes. Oh, and well, I don't think you can't really see it for the light, but that's Tau, Orbs, and some more Imperials at the top. You can't really see it for the light, but so if anybody wants to challenge the Waaagh boss to a game of Aeronautica when we're back and working, then so if anybody wants to challenge, feel free. The Waaagh boss to a game of Aeronautica when we're back and working, and so if anybody wants to challenge, feel free. The Waaagh boss to a game of Aeronautica when we're back and working, and so if anybody wants to challenge, feel free. The Waaagh boss to a game of Aeronautica when we're back and working. Yeah. You'll be more than free to come down and try out your tournament lists. You'll be more than free to lie down and try out your tournament lists and the brews.
We're trying to source a nice venue that we can run the club on.
You'll be more than free to lie down and try out your tournament lists and the brews.
We're trying to source a nice them because
You'll be more than free to lie down and try out your conditions and the brews.
But until then, we'll find a thing, and I think it would give a chance to have a bit more
Conditions and the brews.
until the chill
seen the tournaments. Oh, lost you, Jason. We've seen the tournaments.
I was gonna say, we've seen the people who come to our tournaments. We know they like to drink the beers as well.
Jason. We've seen the tournaments.
I was gonna say, we've seen the people who come to our tournaments. We know they like
Test.
to drink the beers as well.
Yeah, Marcus.
We've seen the
Yeah.
tournaments.
I was gonna say, we've seen the people who come to our tournaments. We know they like
Test.
to drink the beers as well.
Yeah, Marcus.
We've seen the
Yeah.
tournaments.
I was gonna say, we've seen the people who come to our tournaments. We know they like
Test.
to drink the beers as well. Yeah. I was gonna say, we've seen the people who come to our tournaments. We know they like to drink the beers as well.
So yeah, I'm painting some falcons up now. I had they weren't going to be falcons, but I'm the
My big brush is
Leasing green,
well, of course, GW have decided to
my big brush is
remove on sale at the moment all of my favourite spray
well, of
colours.
course, GW have decided to
My big brush
remove
no more the Fang, no more Avalon Sunset,
well, of course, GW have decided to
Have they replaced them or?
no more the Fang. It's sort of just down to shelf space, so there's a new bronze colour out now. It's down to shelf space. They rotate through them. The Fang has gone before out now. So it's down to shelf space. They rotate through them. The Fang has gone before out now. So it's down to shelf space. Yeah, the Fang has gone before out now. The Triumvirate?
Yeah.
Ooh. The Triumvirate? Yeah, but there are quite a few kits which are mail delivery order only. Like one of the Warlord kits which are Titanicus mail delivery order web store only. Again, that's just like specially the Warlord kits which are something that's mail delivery order web store only. Again, that's just like specially the Warlord kits which are something that's mail delivery order web store only. Again, that's just like specially the Warlord kits which are something that's mail delivery order web store only. Yeah, this brush is quicker. Yeah, this brush is quicker. Yeah, this brush is quicker. Hey, we got some. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink. But it's more. Hey, we got getting the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink.
You know, I like the way you've done it. Have a giant
More.
drink.
Hey, we got getting the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Was it 1991? No, what? Getting the paint water. Don't drink the paint water. Is that? Yeah, that's not right, is it? Was it 1991? No. When did Hook come out? Because this is saying it's 1991. No, it's not right, is it? Was it 1991? When did Hook come out? Because this is saying it's 1991. Peter Pan. Dustin Hoffman. When did Hook come out? Because this is saying. Anyway, I've had this since then. So. Dustin Hoffman. When did Hook come out? Because this is. Anyway, I've had this since then. So. Dustin Hoffman. Oh, I do that. Anyway, I've had this since then.
Are you doing any hobby right now, or any games going?
Oh, I do that. Anyway, I've had this since then.
Are you doing any hobby right now, or any games going?
Oh, I do that. Anyway, I've had this since then.
And if I've said your name wrong, please say so. I'll bring it back.
40k? If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. Anyways, yeah. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it open down just here, so if we see any more, I will let you know.
Yep.
Anyways, yeah. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it open down. I just want to hear your reaction to. If we see any more, I will let you know. Anyways, yeah. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it open down. I just want to hear your reaction. Well, you know my stance. If we see any more, I will let you know. I like to have things balanced. Yeah. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it open down. I just want to hear your reaction. Well, you know my stance. If we see any more, I will let you know. I like to have things balanced. Yeah. There are some things in here. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it. I just want to hear your reaction. Well, you know my stance. If we see any more, I will let you know. I like to have things balanced. Yeah. There are some things in here. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it. I just want to hear your reaction. Well, you know my stance. If we see any more, I will let you know. I like to have things balanced. Yeah. There are some things in here. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it. I just want to hear your reaction. Well, you know my stance. If we see any more, I will let you know. I like to have things balanced. Yeah. There are some things in here. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it. I just want to hear your reaction. Well, you know my stance. If we see any more, I will let you know. I like to have things balanced. Yeah. There are some things in here. If you reply, I'll drink the paint water. The chat, I've got it. I just want to hear your reaction. Well, you know my
speak to anyone, I will let you know.
There you go. Yeah, I see it switching.
If you reply, I'll put it on here in the chat. I want to hear your reaction. Speak to anyone, I will let you know.
There you go. Yeah, I see it switching.
If you reply, I'll put it on here in the chat. I want to hear your reaction. Speak to anyone, I will let you know.
There you go. Yeah, I see it switching.
If you reply, I'll put it on here in the chat. I want
So yeah, thank you.
No, the other thing I'm looking forward to coming this month, not only is my table completed, but my code test is finally coming. Oh, Jess, your eyes have gone crazy. Forward to coming this month, not only is my table completed, but my code test is finally coming.
With the nice
Oh, Jess, your eyes have gone crazy. Forward to coming this month, not only is my table
So
just my code test is finally
done the live stream.
Oh, Jess, your eyes have gone crazy. Forward to coming this month, not only is my table
So just
my code test is
find us on Facebook at Waaagh.
and we check out Goonhammer as well. Just to say, we are big fans of their work.
Being tournament organisers, they just
And we check out Goonhammer as well. Just to say, all different systems as well. Some of their articles really helped me with getting into Adeptus Titanic. We check out Goonhammer as well. Just to say, all different systems as well. Some of their articles really helped me with getting into Adeptus Titanic. We check out Goonhammer as well. So scroll up a bit, Jason. You've just missed out one of the. I think it's the second paragraph. I want you to read the second paragraph. Adeptus Titanic. We check out Goonhammer as well. So scroll up a bit, Jason.
No,
it's not that one. I wanted to read. I think it's the second paragraph. I want you to read the second paragraph. So scroll up a bit, Jason.
No,
It's not that one. I wanted to read. I think it's the second paragraph. I want you to read the second paragraph. So scroll up a bit, Jason.
No,
It's not that one. I wanted to read. I think it's the second paragraph.
Don't
What?
mind the change. That's the first thing I've already hated.
What?
It's a buff.
What? Yeah.
So the worst you're going to do is a model that
What? Yeah. Which most Marine players are going for like minimum-sized units, but I was up there looking. No, you saw the game against Warship. I was up there looking at max squads for like minimum-sized units. 7 curses. I squad of 10 in curses charging at you. You saw the game against Warship. I was up there looking at max squads for like minimum-sized units. 7 curses. I squad of 10 in curses charging at you. You saw the game against Warship. I was up there looking at max squads for like minimum-sized units. 7 curses. I squad of 10 in curses. The thing there that I've noticed is marine rapid fire weapons if they're immune social. Oh, it's only rapid fire. The thing there that I've noticed is marine rapid fire weapons if they're immune social. Oh, it's only rapid fire. The thing there that I've noticed is marine rapid fire weapons if they're immune social. Oh, it's only rapid fire. The thing there that I've noticed is marine rapid fire weapons if they're immune social. Oh, it's only rapid fire. Which bit were you just reading there?
I'm sure about the
Oh, okay.
So they've kept the whole. You have to change.
Which bit were you just reading there? Oh, okay.
Flying abilities. They've kept the whole. You have to change.
Which bit were you just reading there? I like this change, the way they're saying that it's laid out in the book separately. Which bit were you just reading there? I like this change, the way they're saying that it's laid out in the book separately. Which bit were you just reading there? I'm waiting for you to read detachment abilities. They're saying that it's laid out in the book separately. Which bit were you just reading there? I'm waiting for you to read detachment abilities. They're saying that it's laid out in the book separately. Which bit were you just reading there? I'm waiting for you to read detachment abilities. They're saying that it's laid out in the book separately. I'm waiting for you to read detachment abilities. Go on, Jace. Go on, Jace. What are you saying?
And still about halfway through.
I'm waiting for you to read detachment abilities. Go on, Jace. Go on, Jace. What are you saying?
And still about halfway through.
I'm waiting for you to read detachment abilities.
Oh,
Go on, Jace. Go on, Jace. What are you
I
saying?
like it.
You found it.
Yes.
A detachment can only contain.
One captain and two lieutenants.
Go on, Jace. What are you saying?
Smash.
You found it. But then you've got your next sentence, which might tone you down a little bit, but we'll get there.
But
You found it. rules. Yeah, it's the second paragraph that I wanted you to read through, but I'll let you read through the whole thing. Alright, chapter rules. Yeah, it's the second paragraph that I wanted you to read through, but I'll let you read through the whole thing. Alright, chapter rules. Yeah, it's the second paragraph that I wanted you to read through, but I'll let you read through the whole thing. Alright, chapter rules. Yeah, it's the second paragraph that I wanted you to read through, but I'll let you read through the whole thing. Alright, chapter rules. Yeah, it's the second paragraph that I wanted you to read through, but I'll let you read through the whole thing. Alright, chapter rules. Yeah, it's the second paragraph that I wanted you to read through, but I'll let you read through the whole thing. Alright, chapter rules. Yeah, it's the
Yeah, it's just basically giving every single chapter pretty much access apart from I have seen exceptions. I did see that leak.
Yeah, yeah.
It was expected.
Yeah, that list had me worried because I was expecting to see Centurions on that list. But
It was. You still might get FAQ.
no, it's not that list. Well, had me worried because I was
If everyone starts running
expecting to see Centurions on that list.
running the table, then you can see them being changed. You might get FAQ.
No, it's not. Yeah, the FAQs have never taken a unit away from an army though. So
Centurions on that list.
it's interesting to see what they do there. Yeah, the FAQs have never taken a unit away from an army though. So
Centurions on that list.
it's interesting to see what they do there. Yeah, the FAQs have never taken a unit away from an army though. So apparently there's only the one. Interesting to see what they do there. Yeah, the FAQs in the book, so I don't know. It's all a bit confused at the moment as to whether I should still use the ones from my codex or the ones in the book, so I don't know. It's all Psychic Awakenings. All a bit confused at the moment as to whether I should still use the ones from my codex. Well, we haven't had our. I would say that's true. Psychic Awakening. Oh no. Why did you put these on backwards? Well, we haven't had our. I would say that's true. No, it's fine. Oh no. Why did you put these on backwards? Well, we haven't had our. I would say that's true. No, it's fine. Oh no. Why did you put these on backwards? Well, we haven't had our. I would say that's true. No, it's fine. Oh no. It's just the one. These on backwards. Well, we haven't had our. I would say that's true. No, it's fine. It's just the one. These on backwards. Well, we haven't had our.
I saw that all your units.
Everyone, but yeah, so the characters drop down to 3 inches rather than 6. But everyone now, but yeah, so the characters drop down to 3 inches rather than 6. I'm sure there's going to be some warlord treatment now, but yeah, so it's either early between 6 on your warlord. Characters drop down to 3 inches rather than 6. I'm sure there's going to be some warlord treatment now, but yeah, so it's either early between 6 on your warlord. Characters drop down to 3 inches rather than 6. I'm sure there's going to be some warlord treatment. Not counting on it, but it's either early between 6 on your warlord. I'm sure there's going to be some warlord treatment. Not counting on it, but it's either early between 6 on your warlord. I'm sure there's going to be some. Well, except for Marines, because they can now ignore. But then Crimson Fish should be playing against. They can now ignore Marines. They should be playing against Orcs. But then Crimson Fish should be playing against. They can now ignore. Which, if Marines, they're running big blobs of boys, that will help them. But then Crimson Fish should be playing against. They can now ignore. Which, if Marines, they're running big blobs of boys, that will help them. But then Crimson Fish should be playing against. They can now ignore. Which, if Marines, they're running big blobs of boys, that will help them. But then Crimson Fish should be playing against. They can now ignore. Which, if Marines, they're running big blobs of boys, that will help them. But then Crimson Fish should be playing against. They can now ignore. Which, if Marines, they're running big blobs of boys, that will help them. Mostly due to the change in the wording, where it's had to re-roll all the dice, isn't it now?
Yeah, Iron Hands. I'm glad they took away the 5s Overwatch because it kind of took.
Mostly due to the change in the wording, where it's had to re-roll all the dice, isn't it now? you can get to that 5+ Overwatch by spending a stratagem, a command point to prepare for assault, can't you? You can get to that 5+ Overwatch by spending a stratagem, a command point to prepare for assault, can't you? You can get to that 5+ Overwatch by spending a stratagem, a command point to prepare for assault, can't you? You can get to that 5+ Overwatch. Yeah.
Interacting with our stream, and we don't want just numbers.
Prepare for assault, can't you? You can get to that 5+ Overwatch. Yeah.
Interacting with our stream, and we don't want.
Can you delete that?
I don't think I can. I can reply to it.
Doesn't. Yeah. Can you delete that?
No, she's really annoying. I think I could. Anyway, okay.
Can you delete that? Yeah, Jason, as I was saying, to get into the 5+ Overwatch, you can do that anyways.
Yeah, so
Just
there's a
by
server strat as well. Yeah.
delete that. Preparing for charge. Get into the 5+ Overwatch, you can do that anyways.
Yeah, so
Just by
server strat as well. Yeah.
delete that. Preparing for charge. Kind of became a bit redundant for us.
True.
You can do that anyways. Oh, speaking of just preparing Overwatch not being much of a thing now for armies. Have you seen the? Oh, speaking of I don't know what it's called. It's the preparing Overwatch not being much of a thing now for armies. The big have you seen Walker thing that the I don't know what it's called. Necron's got. It's the one with the Doom cannon.
Yeah, the one that looks like the
The big
animated.
have you seen Walker thing? Yeah, that the I don't know what it's called. It can Overwatch when units charge their friendly nearby units. Yeah, it can Overwatch when units charge their friendly nearby. I'm sure we'll get to that in the Necron one. I'm sure, but it can Overwatch when units charge their friendly nearby. I'm sure we'll get to that in the Necron one. I'm sure, but it can Overwatch when units charge their. These are successful checks. I'm sure we'll get to that in the Necron one. I'm sure. I'll be honest. What's in there? Because as I play Space Wolves only, I'm just keeping that over that. I'll be honest. What's in there? Because as I play Space Wolves only, I'm just keeping that over that. I'll be honest. What's in there? Because as I play Space Wolves
Then they
only,
start increasing the range of flame. Fine.
my Yavara is one of the happiest people out there at the moment. My Yavara is one of the happiest people out there at the moment.
It's always, you know what?
My Yavara is
That gun is, if you
one of the
get it in
happiest
range,
people. Is that the Doom side?
yeah, but it was pointless because you would never ever normally walk that gun guard because you get a range of 5 inch movement.
Is that the Doom side?
Especially with new knife changes where you get minus movement a lot more. It's just not plausible, but
Is that the Doom
deep
side?
striking and not being able to fire the gun was just stupid. So it was like, okay. So now hopefully we get that change on them and they could come in and actually do some damage because they hurt. But so now one of these guns that
That was the thing about the flamestorm aggressors. I didn't see the point of the flamestorm aggressors.
yeah. So this the change in the way you do
that was the thing about the
stuff.
flamestorm aggressors.
I think that was a good move. I think it
I
adds
didn't see the point of the flamestorm aggressors. My question though, if you've got the chapter master, does that give you the supreme commander rule? So you can have the supreme command attack. If you've got the chapter master, does that give you the supreme commander rule? So you can have the supreme command attack. If you've got the chapter master, does that give you the supreme commander rule?
Maybe.
So you can have the supreme command attack. If you've got the chapter master, does that give you the supreme? Very quickly flip back to that.
Because he's that sort of. He's the level.
Yeah, he's the supreme seen the chief apothecary?
I'm getting there now.
I think.
I'm loving the way they start this. Holy be this guy.
Oh, you're there. Have you seen the chief apothecary?
I'm getting there now.
I think.
I'm loving the way they start this. Holy be this guy.
Oh, you're there. Have you seen the chief apothecary?
I'm getting there now.
I think.
I'm loving the way they start this. Holy be this guy.
Oh, you're there. Have you seen the chief apothecary? I think. Oh, you're there. Have you seen the chief apothecary?
That's not bad for 15 points.
I think.
I can see more than being on the table.
Oh, you're there. Have you seen the chief apothecary?
That's not bad for 15 points.
I think.
I can see more than. Oh, I like this change.
Which one's this one?
The chapter 8 should many of a time have I charged units with one of them sitting in the middle of it. Oh, I like this change.
Which one's this one?
And it's painful. Many of a time have I charged units with one of them sitting in the middle of it. Oh, I like this change.
Which one's this one?
And it's painful. Oh, that's nice. Judges secured morals count twice. On core units.
Which one's this one?
I'm guessing like Centurions and stuff like that have core on them count twice. On core units.
Which one's this one?
I'm guessing like Centurions and stuff like that have core on them count twice. Core units.
Which one's this one?
Yeah, that's quite a nice little change. Yeah, that's quite a nice little change.
Seems they're limiting purchase in quite a sensible way.
How's a dreadnought a core unit, man?
Seems they're limiting purchase in quite. Oh, you skimmed over the chapter champion.
I did. How's a dreadnought a core unit, man?
Oh. It's tasty. Oh, you skimmed over the chapter champion.
I did.
I think we're going to see some of them. Oh.
I think you'll see a lot more than
It's
now that it's
tasty. Oh, you skimmed over the chapter champion. I think we're going to see some of them. Oh.
I think you'll see a lot more than
It's
now that it's
tasty. Oh, you skimmed over the chapter champion. I think we're going to see some of them. Oh.
I think you'll see a lot more than
It's
now that it's
tasty.
I don't.
Yeah, read the thing about the tech room.
I don't like them. That sentence. It's nasty.
Which one? Yeah, read the thing about the tech room.
Nice to squish on.
There are several nasty sentences in there.
That sentence. It's nasty.
Which one? Yeah, read the thing about the tech room.
Nice to squish on.
There are several nasty sentences in there. Which one? Yeah, read the thing about the tech room. There are several nasty sentences in there.
Oh God.
Which bit? What are you reading? Yeah, read the thing about the tech
Does
room.
this mean we're going to see more
There are several
Thunderfire
nasty
cannons?
sentences in there.
Oh God.
Oh, no, no, no.
Are you sure?
Which bit? What are you reading?
He could be.
Read the thing about the tech
Does
room.
this mean we're going to see more
There are several
Thunderfire
nasty
cannons?
sentences in there. We keep reading, Jason. We keep reading. Which bit? What are you reading? We keep reading, Jason. We keep reading. Oh no! Go back up and read the thing about the assault intercessors, the infiltrating helix adept resource, and curses. Go back up and read the thing about the assault intercessors, the infiltrating helix adept resource, and curses. Go back up and read the thing about the assault reduces the first failed save 0 helix adept resource, and curses. Go back up and read the thing about the assault reduces the first failed save. Can you only get it in the infiltrator unit? Oh, I quite like that. That's quite tasty.
Yeah.
It's better than it was before. Can you only get it in the
Yeah, I
infiltrator
think
unit?
that
Oh, I
haywire
quite like that. That's
just
quite
had it in the woods
tasty.
so he wouldn't charge you.
Oh, that was the curses. It's better than it was. Yeah, can you only get it in the
Yeah, I think
infiltrator unit?
that
Oh, I
haywire
quite like that. That's quite tasty.
so he wouldn't charge you.
Oh, that was the curses. It's better than it was. Yeah, can you only get it in the infiltrator unit? There we go. Oh, that was
Yeah, scouts and elites.
Yeah, can you only get it in the infiltrator unit?
There we go.
I buy scouts.
Oh, that was
Yeah, scouts and
I buy
elites.
scouts then.
Pretty much.
There we go.
Single wound
But-
as well. It's just really
yeah.
no reason to.
Yeah. So it's the fact that everyone was taking them as a cheap troops choice.
going to see some play, especially when you get down to some of the changes to Waaagh.
Free-wing Terminators, like what? Terminators?
I think they're going to see some play, especially when you get down to some of the changes to Waaagh.
Free-wing Terminators, like what? Terminators?
I think they're going to see some play, especially when you get down to some of the changes to Waaagh.
Free-wing Terminators, like what? Terminators?
I think they're going to see some play, especially when you get down to some of the changes to Waaagh.
Free-wing Terminators, like what? Terminators?
I think
Terror Truce. So Reavers got a little bit of a buff. Might
possibly see them, but again, they're in that super crowded elite slot. So
Terror Truce.
so Reavers got a little bit. But I've seen that there's a when you get down to it for
but again,
all dreads
they're in
get
that
duty
super crowded
eternal
elite
now.
slot.
Yeah, so
So
yeah.
So Reavers got a little bit. But I've seen that there's a when you get down to
Redemptive
it
Fist,
for
D3 plus 3, get duty damage.
eternal now.
Yeah, that seems to be
So Reavers got a little bit. But I've seen that there's a when you get down to
Redemptive Fist, D3 plus 3, get duty damage.
Yeah,
I mean,
When you get them Redemptive Fist, D3 plus 3, get duty damage.
yeah.
Redemptors,
I don't know. They're hard to really fit into the game too much. But
Yeah.
Redemptors,
yeah, I don't know. They're hard to really fit into the game too much. But
Yeah.
Redemptors,
yeah, I don't know. They're hard to really fit into the game too much. But
Redemptors,
yeah, I don't know. They're hard to really. Yeah, they can ignore lookout spurs, but they can't ignore line of sight.
Which is something they were really good with.
Yeah, they can ignore lookout spurs, but
It was
they
plus
can't
3 to
ignore
hit.
line of sight.
And no more +1 to hit wound anymore either.
Yeah, they can ignore lookout spurs.
Yeah, it was plus 3 to
It
hit.
just means they're just going to be shooting more rather than. Yeah, they can ignore lookout spurs.
Yeah, it was plus 3 to hit. You're gonna get an extra shot rather than that plus
Probably shooting more rather than. Yeah.
It's 1 multi-mutter per 3, so you're able to score a 6.
Yeah,
Yeah,
plus 3 to hit.
You're gonna get an extra shot rather than that plus
Probably shooting more rather than. Yeah.
It's 1 multi-mutter per 3, so you're able to score a 6.
Yeah.
Well, who's gonna
You're
get an extra shot rather than that plus
eradicators.
Yeah, I reckon we can see some
Yeah. Yeah. Who's going to get an extra shot rather than that eradicators?
okay, I see where they're Thunderfire cannons, then
Yeah.
they've punished them.
Who's going to get an
Strength 4, so
eradicators?
you're wounded mostly in C4.
There's- Scroll back up a little bit though,
Yeah.
because there's something there I think you've glossed over. It's something that most people don't.
Barely remember there's a
Scroll
kit
back up a
for
little
it.
bit though. Read the bit about the hunter and the stalker. It's something that most people don't.
Yeah, I saw that.
Barely remember there's a
Scroll
kit
back up a
for
little
it.
bit though. Read the bit about the
then look
hunter
at the
and the
damage.
stalker.
I really, I don't.
It's something that most people
planes
don't.
anymore. Like, I saw that.
Barely remember there's a kit for it.
Read the bit about the
then look at the
hunter and the
damage.
stalker. It's something that
They're trying to do that to make those tanks actually work, because they've always been a bit naff.
look great. I love the idea
do that to like make those tanks lore behind them work, 'cause, they've always been a bit naff.
I saw this.
Look great. I love the idea
do that to like make those
Yeah.
tanks lore behind them work, 'cause, they've always been a bit naff.
and the minus the charge rate.
I love the idea do that to like
You see, repulsors have now gone to the
and
the minus the
rather
charge
than
rate.
being troops shorts dedicated transport.
Repulsors have now gone to the
The
minus the
rather than
charge
being.
rate.
No, look at repulsors. Where's repulsors? Dedicated transport.
Repulsors have now gone to
Look, yeah, but repulsors.
Where-
No, look at repulsors. Where's repulsors? Dedicated transport.
Oh yeah.
Look, yeah, but repulsors.
Well, they don't mention all the flyers
Where's repulsors?
in their little review here, so I need to have a read a bit more. The book comes out.
Repulsors.
Well, they don't mention all the flyers. Well, they didn't need it. Little review here, so I need to have a read. Big Guns Never Tire. The book comes out. It was there to counter the. Well, they didn't need it heavy. They didn't have power of the machine spirit. It was there to counter the. Well, they didn't need it heavy. yeah. So we're going to get onto the new units after this, Jason.
Yeah, I'm just
I'm trying to draw you back to anything if you've missed it.
So we're going to get onto the new.
There's a line in the Invader. If you read about the ATV squad, there is a line in there, which I think you should read if you've missed it.
We're going to get onto the new.
There's a line in the Invader. If you read about the ATV squad, there is a line in there, which I think you should read if you've missed it.
We're going to get onto the new.
There's a line in the Invader. If you read about the ATV squad, there is a line in there,
Which I think you should read if you've missed it. We're going to get onto the new.
there's a line in the Invader.
God.
If you read about the ATV squad, there is a line in there,
Which I think you should read.
there's a line in the Invader. At full wounds after it has exploded.
I can see that being errated. Non-vehicles.
At full wounds after it has exploded.
I can see that being errated. Non-vehicles.
At full wounds after it has exploded.
I can see that being errated. Non-vehicles.
At full wounds after it has exploded.
Well, yeah, no one was ever going to run that hammerful bunker, really, were they?
I don't know. I know a few people who like the idea of them and want them on their shelves. But
How many times has GW actually made?
I don't know. I know a few people who like the idea of them
regularly.
and want them on their shelves.
Like maybe, I thought maybe they might have come a bit more problematic.
I know a few people who like the idea of them
System and actually being able to
want them on their shelves.
would be good, but like maybe I don't think fortifications can hold objectives, so
I know a few people
it's
who like
like,
the idea of
well,
them
why would you really want something to
want them on their
be
shelves.
no one's going to go near it, but like maybe I don't think
Are you reading through the?
miscellaneous chair weapon changes.
Yeah. So there's a couple of things in here which make me very happy. Are you reading? So all power weapons now +1 strength. So that's power axes,
So there's a
power
couple
maulers,
things in here
power
which
swords. Make me very happy. All of it.
Are you reading?
So all power weapons now.
We hope so,
+1
yeah.
strength.
So that's
Thunder hammers are now only 80-2. They are still flat top. Flat number 3. We hope so, yeah. The Reaver pistol, for some reason,
Thunder hammers are now
80-2 instead of
only
1. 80-2. They are still flat top. Flat number 3. We hope so, yeah. The Reaver pistol, for some reason, the one there that really makes me happy. Lightning claws. This is where I was talking about lightning claw terminators. The Reaver pistol, for some reason, the one there that really makes me happy.
Lightning claw telemetry.
Lightning claws. This is where I was talking about lightning claw terminators.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Seeing all the Terminators
What?
red with lightning claws.
This is where I was talking about lightning claw terminators. It's a space wolf as well. Yeah. So yeah, that made me very happy to see him. Like, oh, Terminators with lots and lots of chopping. Yeah. It's a space wolf as well. Especially if they still have the reroll to wound. Yeah, that made me very happy to see him. Like, oh, Terminators with lots and lots of Dreadnought Chainfist. You don't often see those much, but especially if they still have the reroll to wound. Yeah. Up strength 6, but it's going to slow me down whenever it also see those things with heavy bolts because they would all see profile heavy bolts as well. So up strength 6, but it's going to slow me down. Necros Walker fog bolts, yeah, they're penalty. They would all see profile heavy bolts as well. So up strength 6, but it's going to slow me down. Necros Walker fog bolts, yeah, they're penalty. They would all see profile heavy bolts as well. So up strength 6, but it's going to slow me down. Read the thing about the plasma. Read the thing about the plasma. wait for it.
For the builder compared to the damage you output, it's going to be weird.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that +1 strength on Banshee Power Sword's going to see some return of Banshees. No, yeah, I'm wondering if that +1 strength on Banshee Power Sword's going to see
They're going to win stuff in 4s and 5s.
some return of Banshees.
It's not worth it.
No, yeah, I'm wondering if that +1 strength on Banshee Power Sword's going to see.
It's a shame. I love Aspect Warriors.
I'm not going to go over Warlord traits and relics and the strategies.
No, I've kind of skimmed.
Because one,
It's a shame. I love Aspect Warriors.
I'm not going to go over Warlord traits. Two,
No, I've kind of skimmed.
a game
It's a shame. I love Aspect Warriors.
weekend. Probably be on TTS, unfortunately.
No, I've kind of
Due to the
skimmed.
restrictions, but we will be using a new book.
It's a shame. I love Aspect Warriors.
I know it will evolve.
Why don't you play a game against Harry? No, I've kind of skimmed.
But we will be using a new book.
It's a shame. I love Aspect
If we can get one in
Why don't you play a game against Harry?
change or whatever, we will, but otherwise it'll probably be a TTS, but we'll run it with the new book. That's for sure. Won't repeat. If we can get one in
Why don't you play a game against Harry?
we'll probably see if we can get a Necron versus Marine battle to showcase the new stuff. And
Why don't you play a
have a
game
bit more of
against
a
Harry?
discussion around some of the stuff like strategies when they come into play. But
I'm not really looking to play my Space Wolves until November, when the what's it called? Supplement.
I'm
I'm really
not
looking to
looking
play my Space Wolves
I'll
until
clarify
November.
what I can and can't take from which book.
What's it called? Supplement.
Yep.
I'm really looking to play my Space Wolves
I'll
until
clarify
November.
what I can and can't take
the
from
guys I know
which
had a
book.
lot of watching. We appreciate
Supplement. I'm really looking to play
it's a
my
late one
Space
tonight.
Wolves until
Clarify
November.
what I can and can't take from which book.
Watched unfortunately tonight. That plane got shifted. So thank you very much for watching.
What I can and can't take from which book.
Pipe up with some battle reports soon when we run them knockout tournaments. Thank you very much and catch you later.
Yeah, get your challenges in for when we can play it.